Hi everybody, it's Jen here doing our lifted series that I do with Christy. Today we are lifting Adele Inkie Quill on YouTube. She is amazing, and that layout there was from her June marathon where she did a video every single day, which was super exciting. I had really liked how she'd used the frames, and it was kind of a grid, but an offset grid, and so yeah, that was why I picked that one. Sorry I couldn't get a great photo of it for you, but I'm going to have the link for her video and her channel below. So I decided to use this, it's just slightly less than a 4x6 with two photos on it of my kids from some summer camps that they did this year. Yes, I am quite behind. Well, it's not too behind. It's this summer at least, right? And since it's a happy subject, I decided to use happy things from Pick Fresh. I had a couple pieces of it left. So I'm using that wood grain with the fun sort of sprinkle down of triangles, and then I'm using another piece of it for the top and the bottom. I had really liked almost every element of what Adele had done on hers. So I didn't put any mist in the background like she did, because I had those triangles moving from the top down to the bottom in a diagonal line. So I felt like that was probably enough without me trying to add things to the background. I kept two pretty what am I trying to say? I kept to three colors basically, the blue, the black, and the white, and then my kids are both wearing those super bright yellow shirts, so I felt like that was probably enough and to keep it from getting too busy. I just went to my scraps and used that to help mat that photo, and then these frames are all from different collections. I know that the one with the sequins on it is from Simple Stories, and the one with the glitter on it is a Maggie Holmes. I'm not 100% sure which, the blue one that I'm just backing right now, it says captured on it, I believe. I'm not 100% sure where that one's from, because basically I have all of my frames, I've taken them all out of the packages and put them together on the top of my Raskog cart, so then I can just easily go through them. So I'm not 100% sure on that one. If anybody knows, you can let me know. So I had gone away there looking for some embellishments, and sorry for the little bit of glare there. I found that little flare button with the arrows. I thought that was kind of fun. And then I found these wood circle chips, I guess. Those are from Amy Tangerine a couple collections ago. I had a bunch of them left over. I think I ended up with 2 packs so that's why I have so many, and just thought they might be good too. And they don't actually make it on the layout, but they're there right now. So I'm backing that large frame, and that's where I'm going to put my journaling. And then I just use that dotted white paper behind the other 2 frames, and I'm going to put a phrase inside. I liked how Adele had done that on hers, that inside of the frames also had some meaning. So I used that Pink Fresh puffy sticker that says let every day sparkle, and I'm adding a couple of little sequins on the inside of that frame as well, because I figured why not. It's got sequins on the outside of the frame. Sorry for the glare on that frame. You can tell once in a while here that there are some sort of fake sequins on that. I'm just sticking those down. That's my fine line bottle, and it has Scotch quick dry adhesive in it, which really does dry quick, which is pretty awesome. I felt like I needed a little bit more color behind the photo, so I'm going to use that really cool triangle paper and just roughly cut it. I thought it was a bit too plain without having a little bit more color behind it. I think it kind of pulls everything together. So I'm sticking down that flare, and then now I'm just thinking, how am I going to embellish that frame? I was kind of stuck, so I went away and went to back to the top. Adele had done some nice sort of strips. She'd done some mixed media and then some strips of washi. So as I said, I didn't do the mixed media because I felt like the background paper was busy enough, but I did really like the strips, how they kind of pulled your eye from top down to the bottom. So I'm using, both of those are super old. I would not be able to tell you where they're from, but I thought the black and then the yellow kind of help pull in the yellow from the kids' shirts as well. So I'm thinking about a title because I still wasn't sure what I wanted to do on that last frame. So I'm using that kind of cool chalkboard. Oh, and this tag, it's going to come on, it's going to go off, it's going to come on, it's go off. It's not going to make it on, but I just wanted it to because I wanted that little bit more yellow. I don't know, it wasn't working as kind of a grid design, and it was ombre, and it just didn't work, I didn't think. So yeah, but you'll see it come back a few times. That's a super old set of thickers. You can see they're not even sticking very well down, but I didn't have enough of those neat chalkboard ones to do the whole title, so I had to mix it up a bit. I'm committing to where those frames are going and still thinking about what else I want to do, as I feel like I need some more along the bottom. And that S is hanging out there because I didn't have an S in the chalkboard, so I'm going to use that for something in a minute, but I'm actually going to switch it to a lowercase. I'm back playing with these puffy stickers, and I end up using all of them, mostly because when I got close to the end and I realized how few there were, I just used them. So I used the Dream Big on there. I think that looks kind of cool, and it works. It's summer camps and kids achieving things, stuff like that. And then I was going through and I thought, well, if I'm doing Pink Fresh, what else Pink Fresh do I have? So I used that really cool wood border, and then I'm going to use one of these wood tags that says I heart this. There's really not any pink anywhere, but I don't know, it just kind of worked out okay. And I have one of those wood circles, two of those wood circles. Those are not going to last. They actually look fine. But at the time I just wasn't digging it. I do want to do something still in that left top corner. I feel like it just needs a little bit more to round it out, or square it out, I guess is probably more of what's going on here. Yeah, see, I'm really trying to use those. You can see them go back and forth and back and forth. The tag hasn't come back again, but it will. It'll come back in a little bit. It doesn't make it on. But I was pretty happy to use up that entire package of those Pink Fresh puffy stickers. I really like them, but you know, it's nice to use your stuff in your stash. So here I am going to actually write out what kind of camps they're in, even though it's pretty obvious because they're holding tennis rackets, and then it says gymnastics behind them. Although my son's head is masking a bit of that, I think most people would be able to figure out that that says gymnastics and they have medals. But I thought that would probably work quite well, and add a bit more black up in the top corner there and be a bit of a subtitle. And that's actually what Adele has on hers, and when I got stuck I actually just went back and looked at hers, and that helped me decide what I was going to do up there. So those are all stuck down. They're kind of like a vinyl-y type tile sticker, so they're very shiny. And then I just felt like it needed a little something right there, so I'm just shopping around for a little wooden heart to stick there. So that part's all done. And I was going away and I found some brackets so that I could put summer camps with the S in the bracket. I thought that was kind of fun. And let's see, what else am I doing? Oh, just adding final embellishments, so a bit more of the Pink Fresh. I really like those wood embellishments. I think I actually have ended up with 2 packages. I had bought one and then I got one in a kit, so I don't feel bad about using those. My favorite part of that was the wood borders, and so I think I still have the package with the wood borders, so that's really cool. I just think they're really neat. I hope other companies come up with something like that too. So I am getting very close to the end here. I'm going to just write in my journaling, and if anybody saw a recent layout I did, and I had titled it, I'm going to get it wrong, the No Good, Terrible, Horrible, Very Bad Summer. Is that right? I think that's right. My younger son, the one in the Minion shirt there, he actually cracked his ribs at the beginning of the summer. He hit himself on the frame of a trampoline at a neighbor's house, and so he couldn't do a lot this summer. We ended up canceling a bunch of their activities because my older son could have just gone, but then I'm dragging my younger son and he's having to sit there and feel bad. So he couldn't really do anything until the end of the summer. So this is literally the last 2 weeks of August before they started school. They were able to do 3 days of tennis camp, and then when that worked out okay, I was able to last minute sign him up to go to this gymnastics camp with his brother. So that's what these are about. Here are my stills. I hope you enjoyed, and please go check out Christy's version as well, and of course go check out Inkie Quill's YouTube channel. Thanks guys. Bye.